What's going on, everybody? Dylan here with Dylan's Home Espresso Bar, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing video on a brand new grinder that just came in to the studio, and this is sent to me by MHW 3BOMBER, and this is their brand new Sniper. So we're going to be unboxing this and just going over what comes in the package and kind of the first look. First thing we're going to see is an instruction manual. I do not read these personally, but if you would like to, if you're into that kind of thing, if you're new to espresso, I definitely recommend looking into this. But once you get in the realm of grinders and machines, once you know how to use one, you can probably figure out the rest. So we're gonna go ahead and toss that. I'm not a huge fan of the big blocks, but they are coming in a lot of different grinders. Comes with a couple different lids, a clear lid like that, or a wooden lid that is on the grinder itself. Comes with this actually pretty nice looking brush. It's actually pretty decent. It's a pretty thick brush. Everything has the MHW 3BOMBER logo on it, the cap, the brush. It also comes with some kind of like air bellows in case you wanted to air out everything, which is actually a nice touch. Also has the MHW 3BOMBER logo on it. Have a magnet chute that comes with as well. So the grinder itself, it's a very small footprint. It definitely, it feels pretty nice, very small, and it's got a nice little wooden accent on the back, which I actually really like. I think that it makes the grinder look pretty good on the back. It looks like it's held on by some hex bolt nuts. The grinder button is down here at the bottom. And then this is a stepped grinder, so if you can hear it. Comes with a wooden lid as well, like we talked about in the beginning. There we go. Take this apart. So here's the upper part of the collar, little ring here. Make sure when you put it back together, you do put that back on, or probably not gonna work the greatest. There we go, boom. So as you can see, here is the top burr. It's got a nice little gold coating to it. And then you have the inside of the grinder. So here is the cup. From first view of the cup, it definitely is super small, very long. I would say it's definitely gonna be a little bit awkward putting it into a portafilter if you're doing espresso. I don't know how much this will hold if you're doing a pour over, so not quite sure, but that's obviously to be determined. It looks like it is magnetic, so it does come straight up to the chute. It holds in place pretty well. We'll see how well the magnet. I mean, so the magnet's not super strong, but it is a magnet, and it will keep it in place while it's grinding. So I mean, no one's gonna be moving the grinder like that, but just for a simple test. All right, so let's go ahead and, now the only thing I can see is there is no bellows. So if you're grinding for espresso, to be determined on what the retention truly is with this grinder, but it seems like you're gonna have to really tap the top of it in order to get the rest of the grinds out. The lid isn't magnet or anything, so just be careful as it could just slide straight off. So just make sure that it is seated on there. And let's go ahead and grind some beans. You can actually do a plastic as well, so you can see kind of what's going on inside, which I think I'm gonna do because I'm kind of curious to see what's going on in there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that on video, but if you don't take the cap off and hit it as it's going, there is going to be quite a bit of retention. Now, this is the first time I turned it on, but the unit was tested before I received it, so it looked like it was already tested, but you do want to just fill those gaps in there. It might be less retention once that happens, but just something to note, you want to make sure that you're tapping it when you go ahead and get it, just because you don't want there to be retention of grinds, especially if you're doing it at a certain ratio or a certain recipe, 18 in, 36 out, so 1 to 2 within a certain range. But let's take a look. So just from grinding our first one, it looks like there is a little bit of static. So I can take this out. Kind of do this over here so it doesn't get messy. But as you can see, there is some static on the actual chute itself. There is static on the actual grinder. Not too much, but just something to note, that if you are using this, you might want to use some RDT, which would be a little bit beneficial. Smells good, so let's just go ahead and put it into a clear cup. So there are the grinds, kind of hard to see on video. Definitely looks like it's a bit fine, so that could also be part of the static issue. You're probably going to want to go a little bit coarser. I'm at grind setting 12. Something to note, it does have this in case you do need some like thorough cleaning once you remove the burrs and do your deep cleaning, when you do that kind of thing. So my name is Dylan with Dylan's Home Espresso Bar, and this is the Sniper Grinder by MHW 3BOMBER. Thank you guys so much for sending this, and I will do some testing with it with espresso and pour over, and I will let you guys know my thoughts and opinions. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Dylan with Dylan's Home Espresso Bar, and I will catch you in the next one.